Yellow, yellow, yellow. What's going on, y'all? Congratulations to Spain for winning the World Cup. Congratulations to Spain. What's up, Jody? Tina, thank you for the shares. Happy evening, everybody. Happy evening, happy Sunday. We are just having a nice little Sunday ourselves. Just hanging out, being awesome. And we are about to do some political debates. If you're a Trump supporter or you're a conservative or Republican, or if you're a libertarian, you want to debate, hop in the box, come tell me why you like Trump. What's up, Kirsten? What's up, Lauren, Jody? Salad Fingers, I'm happy Sunday, longing for a dear leader to leave. Saving my night, been dying for so. Yeah, dude, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Guys, tap the screen. Let's get to 10K. Give me some shares if you can. Looking for some debates. I am also turning on the phone number. If you want to call in, the phone number is working. And we are ready for you. Just go on and have your way with me. Just come on and call in. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Janelle. What's up? What's up, Linus? Court, thank you for the follow. Guys, I got tricked. I think Mr. Global followed me today. But I think it was a fake account. Could be his alt. He tied it was his real account, though. Y'all are not going to see the phone number here on TikTok. You're going to see it on YouTube. And on Kick. We're live on Kick. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Mackenzie? Holy America. Lightning Dave. Did I hear the booze? Did you guys see that awkward moment where Trump tried to like walk out in front of the winning team? It's fucking weird, dude. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We fight for the gospel. We all say his name. I'm not kicked yet. What the fuck, man? You're supposed to kick me. I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah.
How embarrassing, I know. What's up, Zilla? Howdy do, y'all. Howdy do. Never let them know your next move, chat. We are. How we doing, y'all? Y'all, thank you for the taps. Thank you for the shares. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. We are looking for debates. Republicans, Democrats, socialists, social democrats, communists, libertarian. If you're a Trump supporter and your brain's not good, give me a call. Maybe we can steer you in the right direction. Can you guys hear me chew gum? Trump's the best president ever. Sure. So bad. Can't hear it? No. Good. Thank God. What's up, Dolphin? I hope you like your straw hat you got. I do like my straw hat that I got. I love my straw hat. I am doing well, y'all. I am doing well. If Trump's the best president ever, how come nobody wants to come up and tell me why I should like Trump? It's almost like there's no real reason to like Trump. No fake no fake accounts. American Advocate, I still haven't figured out if you're even real, dude. Trump is the king. I mean, he wants to be king. That's true. That's true. He doesn't like checks and balances of his equal branches. Trump is becoming libertarian, which may make me support McCain. What? It's like the biggest government ever, the biggest spender ever. How is that libertarian? For sure. Did you make it, Abigail? The great Ron Paul. Thank you so much. I love it. I think Trump I think Trump is a perfect representation of libertarianism. It's like people who don't want to be Republican and just want to rebrand, and they're like 1% what you might be able to call libertarian, but extremely large government, extremely large overreaching government that spends a fuck ton of money with no plan to reduce the deficit, just hemorrhage money. Watch every single economic metric go upside down. That is perfect libertarian, actually. We'll get our main account in here. Guys, if you even follow my main account, this is my main account. One day we will figure out how to stream on that again. You just described a Democrat Party. What's up, Hanson? There's no evidence that Democrats are bigger spenders than Republicans. Republicans are fucking idiots when it comes to and the voters themselves don't care. You can ask them and they don't care. They don't care about the deficit or the debt.
Hello.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I am. I did vote for him.
Oh, what do you like about Trump?
What do I like about Trump? I like the fact that he has helped my family on first term. That's why I voted for him, because I think that as a president, there was two choices, and I had to pick from the woman or the man, and I decided to go with him.
That's pretty vague. How did he help your family?
How did he help my family? Well, economically, they did better, right? Why? How do I know this? Because of the fact that they opened up three more businesses, and we were under Biden, right? Biden's term, they closed around four, which
During the
was avoid
pandemic.
under Biden's presidency. I said.
Yeah. under the
So
pandemic.
they closed up 4 businesses, and the other ones were barely running, which, you know, gave us a hard time. So, and now, thankfully, we're actually growing the business back.
So just causation, correlation kind of stuff. It's like I
Well,
had a
it's
purple car back when Trump was president the first time. The economy could have been because of my purple car. Is there any evidence or any policy you can think of that Trump passed that made the economy good?
in the first term, I wasn't old enough, right? So I don't know about his first term, but the second term, right? I think that one of the things that has helped me directly, I will tell you this, is no tax on tips. I did save $2,000 at the end of the year. So
You have health
as a
insurance?
college student, $2,000, right, does
You're
mean a
probably
lot
not
to
old
me.
enough to have your own health insurance then, huh? You under your parents' health insurance?
I'm 21. I don't know. I don't know about health insurance, probably because I've had my health insurance for a long time.
Yeah. So 95% of Americans paid more taxes after Trump's big, beautiful bill.
Mhm.
So you might just be in that sweet spot where you're not feeling them tax the shit out of you with insurance rates climbing like 200, 300%. But most Americans paid more. So it's kind of like a bait and switch kind of thing.
Mm. But like I think that when you say, right, I saw your prompt and I came in here and you said Trump sucks.
Hmm.
And I wanted to give you my perspective and things, right? Like me personally, right? I think about myself, I think about my family. I think that the things like, outside of that, scope doesn't truly annoy me or make me feel better if my family's doing worse, right? So if I'm doing good and other people are doing bad, personally, I think that it's a competition, right? So I feel good about myself. It's a we live once.
Yeah, but can you really
Selfish.
attribute that to Trump? Is what I like. Critical thinking comes into play here. Like under
Mhm.
Biden, you're benchmarking his performance in the middle of a worldwide, like once in a lifetime pandemic. And we can see throughout history, especially recent history, there's no case to be made at all that Republican policies are good for the economy. So it just so happens maybe that your parents were doing good under Trump, probably from Obama era policy, from the biggest, best like economic boom coming out of a recession during Obama, and Trump golfing 1 out of every 5 days of his presidency. I doubt did very much for your parents and the economy. I think I would rather
Mhm.
say like maybe you could look at policies and say, hey, this kind of policy is really good for the economy. This kind of policy
Mhm.
is really bad.
Well,
And
another thing, right? Like personally, I think that one of the if you want me to get personal, like I was telling you like the reasons why I did vote for him, right? But there's other things I do like about the president. Maybe you want to hear about them. One
sure,
of the things I do think that personally he's a really good partner, right? Ally with Israel. And another thing is I like his takes on Iran.
are you Jewish?
Uh my family is.
Okay, so I don't know. There's not a lot of us who are Jewish. I would say that
Mhm.
the state of Israel is doing its best to give. Uh, I guess I don't even know. I guess for some people you might say Jewish people a bad reputation. I think Israel is really violent. I think most of the world considers the state of Israel like a terrorist state. So I don't know if I'd
Mhm.
be too proud to say that we're helping Israel as much as we are, especially with how indiscriminately they're bombing Lebanon and Gaza and making it impossible for us to make peace with Iran.
But I think right, it's very hard to make peace when a country right doesn't want to give up their um what is it called uranium, and I think that in life actions have consequences, right? So if October 7th never happened, I think that all these things going on right in the Middle East would have never happened.
Well,
I mean, a lot
October
of
7th
Americans
didn't
got kidnapped.
didn't happen in a vacuum, right? Like um, they have been extremely provocative and have been solely responsible for most of the resistance groups, most of the T groups that you see popping up in the Middle East that Iran might fund, is because Israelis have taken over the region, and they are dead set on
Mhm.
expanding their borders, right? So I would be kind of upset too if you came and killed a bunch of my friends and family.
Hmm. But like, one of the things I do disagree, but like, you can have something against the, government, and I, don't mind if you have something against like Netanyahu because he doesn't represent me, right? But one of the things I do not like is when people are like parachuting, right, and they're landing like it's some Call of Duty and just kidnapping people and aliving them, even kidnapping some American people.
So
I think that, they
as
deserve a
long as there's no
lesson.
parachutes involved, you're okay with the violence and them just killing children, bombing
Well, I said
hospitals.
parachute because I think that that was the craziest thing I have seen, throughout the 21 years I've been living.
Yeah, again, I still don't see like if there's a point there to be made. If there's a parachute involved or not, I don't agree with the innocent taking of innocent lives, painting bombs in the colors of like soccer balls so that kids pick them up and die. I
Like like
can't
like
get
like
behind that.
like I like I said, right? Like just imagine you're partying, right, having fun and everything, and out of nowhere you see people landing on top of your head, and you're like, you know what? These people are having fun, but instead
Again,
it's
I don't I don't
killers.
know. Like, sure, imagine being in Lebanon and you're just hanging out partying with your friends, and Netanyahu levels your whole town.
So
Imagine
like,
that.
so who lives in Lebanon? What's his name? I forgot his name, but I know someone that lives in there that they've been trying to get him. Forgot his name.
Is there any justification for killing innocent civilians, no matter how bad the guy is? You're gonna list.
Uh, any justification? This might sound crazy, what I'm gonna say, right? But I don't think that there's a justification for the mass unaliving of children. I don't think that is a justification for unaliving children, right? But when it comes to, unaliving the people that you are supposed to protect, I think the way of paying back, right, or the way of retaliating is, doing the same back to them.
Yeah, I think this just creates terrorist groups. It's not
But I
mystery.
mean, but like Hamas, right? One of the groups, right, that has been funded by Iran. Like we have been trying to eliminate them, but we know that these people hide in society. They hide, in the back of people's shelters and stuff, right? So when
Well,
we aim
that's
at
what they
them,
allege, but we have tons of UN reports and reports from other countries, from intel agencies from other countries that say this is not exactly the truth. This is just them manufacturing consent to kill a bunch of innocent people for you to look the other way. Yeah, I don't buy it, especially since many of these countries have straight up put arrest warrants out for Netanyahu.
mhm.
I don't exactly trust what the Israeli government has to say to justify their indiscriminate bombing.
I think that, well, they're not doing it anymore. I think this was like a lesson learned, right, for Hamas. And they know, right, if they care about their own people, they should think about, committing those crazy things like they did before. So it's like,
I don't
a
know what that
lesson learned.
means. What do you mean
Lesson
lesson
learned.
learned? They're still they're still at ends, right?
What I said lesson learned is, don't think ever again of, parachuting on top of people's heads.
Okay, but there's still like more resistance groups out there that hate Israel and will continue to uprise and be violent towards Israel so long as that's their motive or is their MO. If they just go
Yeah,
and kill people, innocent people, that does not really squash out the opposition. That just creates more people resentful towards Israel.
but that's why, like I said, right? When they retaliate, that's what America is there for. We need to provide them with anything they need. Like
I'm
I
good.
think that
I
it
don't
would
think
be,
so. I think we should cut them off entirely.
I think that they need a nuclear weapon, in in case of something
They
crazy.
probably already have
Um,
one. It's very likely they already
and
have
if they
one.
have one, right, I would say that they should better be smart with it, and also I do love the Jewish people because I do think what they have gone through, their race is absolutely crazy. I don't deserve, I don't
It
wish it
doesn't
up for
justify them
anyone.
doing the same thing to other people. I
It,
like
it
Jewish people too. I think Jewish people are just fine. But I think the state of Israel is evil. I think they're a terrorist nation. Even Kim Jong Un calls Israel a terrorist nation.
You know, you can call it a T nation, right? If you see it in a different perspective than I see it, right? But what I would call a T nation would be Iran. Like those people unalive their own people. I think that's T activity.
I think that you don't know any of the context there, right? So uh, the people
Like
that
the
were
Green
unalived
Movement.
by the governments, who
Mhm.
were they?
The people that were unalived by the government in Iran,
Yeah,
the people that were out there protesting against the dictator, I would say.
yeah. Were they sent there by somebody?
Were they sent there by somebody? I think it was a planned, obviously, but I don't know if they were sent there by somebody.
They were sent there by and trained by the United States and Israel. They were
You think that
insurgents.
you think that the people there in Iran, the citizens, were trained by the U.S.?
Yes, I know so. Yes.
Okay, can you tell me if the people, I think the women, right, in the Green Movement, I think it's called, were those girls trained?
I don't know. Are you just saying that there's some more innocent people that have died at the hands of the government? Because we have the same thing going on here, right? People being killed by the government with no investigations.
Like if you call it, you know, 5, 6 people being unalived, yes, there has been, right? But there's obviously states, they have their own investigations, and this will come out of, you know, one day another president will, you know, investigate it, so the truth will
So
come out,
that
right?
gives you comfort that somebody's going to have to come around and clean up what Trump did.
No, I don't think that gives me comfort. What I'm saying is a democracy, right? It's going to come out either way. In Iran, women got unalived because they were protesting because they didn't want to, you know, cover their faces and stuff, and thousands of them died. That's T activity because they
Right.
did it on purpose.
You know the reason that that government's in place at all, right, is because of our interactions, our interventions with Iran in 1951, 1953.
I think it's because the only reason why that's going on right now is because I think in elections, I forgot what year, but I did search and, you know, I searched up a little bit on this. There was an election and there was three different parties. They were supposed to get together and make one party, but instead they split up. And I don't know who won, but I don't know what they called it, right? But they won. The other party won, and that's how they took over.
You're
That
just
like they
talking
were
about
democracy.
the 79 revolution?
Yeah.
What caused them to be so upset with the government? What government was in place? Who put them in place?
Who put them in place? You can tell me.
We did.
We did put them in place, right? And the people that were running there were pro-American, some of them.
There were, well, still there was a brutal dictator, right? The Shah that we put
Mhm.
in, the leader that we installed. That's why they screamed death to America for 50 years. Now they're going to scream it again for another 50 years because of what Trump did.
Like, what do you think though? Like, which one is worse? If you had, you know, two left and right, two choices, Iran or Israel, like, which one do you think is worst for society as a whole?
I think they're both equally as bad.
But like, if you had to, let me give you this example, right? Iran, they fund proxies. Israel, when they do stuff, you could kind of see some type of, like, you know, justification for it. Like what's
What
going on in
they might give you some
Hamas.
justification for it. Like that's what a good like terrorist nation does is they preface any sort of military attack just like we do kind of. They preface it with some justification. They say, "Oh, look at this propaganda. We're going to go and we're going to kill some citizens. You're going to be extra mad and you're going to feel just fine when citizens die."
Well,
A
but
lot
like
would say Israel is very fascist.
October 7 was, you know, not a propaganda. That was facts.
Yeah, I
Thousands
know.
of people got
We
killed.
had 9/11. 3,000 people died. Did we go and just carpet bomb countries?
I think that we got in a war with what's it called?
Did we
Afghanistan.
indiscriminately carpet bomb countries? And did the things we do have any lasting effect?
In Japan, what do you think?
That's not the same thing. What do you mean Japan? Are you just talking about after Pearl Harbor?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, you don't know much about that either. Do you think that happened in a vacuum? Do you think that we, unprovoked, were hit by Japan during Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
This is what they did. They whitewashed you in school, and we
In
were
whitewash,
in
I was
fact
a.
we were in fact doing things to jam up Japan and their trade routes.
I think that we are the nation of unaliving people. I mean, I can talk about other things, right? Vietnam, thousands of bombs
Again,
dropped in their
a
home.
completely horrible, like no justification, right?
Yeah.
The government was lying about it, right?
Yeah. So, like, what do you think about that, right?
Yeah. Do you think that could happen again? Do you think there were weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East? Do you think that Trump, after last November, saying that they destroyed all the centrifuges, they destroyed all of their nuclear sites, that now he can still come in front of you and be like, "Look, they've got nukes. We have a reason to do this now." You
Look,
really think?
we
You
have.
really believe him?
If there is any type of proof, right, that they have that, then yes. But if they don't, right, if the intelligence committee doesn't say that, they have uranium and stuff, right, enough uranium for a nuclear weapon, then I wouldn't believe it because I think that we should believe the committee.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people around the world that even agree with how Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA, which gave them the ability to enrich uranium in the first place. Trump is like, quote unquote, like solving the problem he created, and you're cheering him on. You're like, this is our only option.
Listen, you should be proud as an American.
Why?
That's all I'm gonna say. Why? Because I think even if he did cause those things that you just mentioned, right? For their uranium and stuff, the fact is that Iran doesn't have any self defense that they used
Not
to.
true.
Like
We're
if we
finding out
decided
today,
to,
right? We're finding out today that that's not true. We have 2 dead
if
Americans that say otherwise.
well, it's well, that was a bomb, right? That was not like an airplane or it wasn't a naval ship. What I'm saying is, if we decided to, like get in there, right, we would do so easily.
I don't think so,
They're
man.
weak.
A ground
They're
invasion is
weak.
going to be real hard in Iran. I don't think so, man. I think that uh, American exceptionalism is some brain rot that people hold on the right, and they just have like unconditional loyalty and love for their country, even when we are bastardized in the world stage. The entire alliance of NATO wants nothing to do with this right now. They don't see any justification for this. And talk about intelligence agencies, our own intelligence agency, with Joe Kent
Mhm.
at the head, elected by Trump, appointed by Trump, came out and said we have no imminent threat from Iran. There was no reason to do this.
Listen, like I said, I think that when we talk about the United States, me personally, right, that's where like I get things get intersected. When I talk about the United States, to be honest with you, I'm also talking about Israel. So when I say the safety of the United States, I also say
Why?
the safety of
Why?
Israel
Why?
because I care about the people of Israel. I think that they deserve the max protection that anybody can get.
All right. Well, I don't want to pay for that. I'm good. I really don't care. I think most
I don't.
Americans would say that too, right? Like you're in the
Well,
minority
most
there.
Americans that know what Germany did to those people would say, you know what, let's protect these people. Like they run. If you check about like in America, the Jewish people are actually like one of the top religions that run the
Top.
business. Yes,
Yeah. Not our job. Like I still feel like
they they they
they could
provide for
probably
us
just. I
the
mean,
Jewish people provide us with money.
what? We provide them with billions of dollars every year. What are you talking about?
Just if you want proof, just search this up. The CEO of the biggest bank, where is he from?
Okay.
He's Jewish, and
Okay.
he's in here. He
Yeah.
provides us with more
Yeah.
money.
They also made OnlyFans. I'm grateful for that. I guess. But again, I don't think that we should be sponsoring and greenlighting their terroristic movements in the Middle East. I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Look, I want to hear about other people, but I do have a question for you, right? Because we're talking about Israel. So, what do you think about Kamala also receiving millions of dollars from Israel and also saying that we should protect Israel at all times?
I think that she also has a more nuanced take on this than anybody else that you can point to. When Kamala and Biden were in office, they were trying to send aid to Palestine and making sure that uh, the state of Israel wasn't doing a genocide, but they still are. I think the state of Israel has created conditions so similar. They are intentionally starving people on the West Bank. It is disgusting for you to even say, "Oh no, we need to protect these people at all costs because of what they went through." They're putting their neighbors through the exact same thing, and they think they have a religious right to the land that they stole all throughout that region. I'm good.
Well, if you're talking about stolen land, I think that we stole land too, right? Mexico was bigger. Mexico owned all California. We stole that shit too. We said, you know what? We finna fight for it. We
Sure.
take it.
And you're looking at somebody who's in a party who doesn't feel like mass deportation is the answer to this. If these people are simply just trying to come fucking back and make a
Mhm.
living and survive, I don't feel like doing mass deportation.
I actually agree with that take. If we know that your blood, right? If you're related to Mexico, the old Mexico, before we colonized it, we took it over. I think that you should live in this country.
Wild take.
Yeah, I do have to say one thing. I think that I respect your takes on everything and about Israel too, but I think your mind would change if you come to Israel, and I would invite you if you want. I can like provide the funds for you if you want to come here.
I'm good. Appreciate it though.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Oh boy. Naquan, I saw you in there, bro. I'm sorry I didn't get you up here. Yellow, are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
All right, are you over 18?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
What's your birthday?
February 16th, 2005. Or 2007, my fault. I messed up. I promise you, I promise
You
you,
mess
I
up your
promise you,
birthday a lot?
I promise you, I'm not lying. I promise you, I promise you.
All right, we'll turn on the phone real quick. I don't know about y'all, but I don't mess up my birthday year too often. That's a weird thing to do. Israel's trying to honeypot me, dude. I ain't falling for it. You get your age wrong all the time? Not really. I do forget how old I am sometimes, but I know my fucking birth year. Chad, if you're a Trump supporter, you don't want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you Trump. There we go. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Hello, yes I am.
Are you over 18?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 18, March 7, 2008.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
I support his abortion policy.
All right. What's his policy?
Overturning Roe v. Wade. I support that. I think that, that we should limit as many abortions as possible, and I support that.
Would you say that your motives are to save as many like innocent lives as possible?
Yes.
Cool. So when Trump got Elon Musk,
I believe that, the fetuses in the womb, they deserve the protection because,
cool.
they're very innocent. They're new to life and they haven't done anything wrong. So I think that, they should be protected first.
Okay. Well, Trump's cuts to USAID are going to cause 14 million people to die in the next 4 years. 5 million of those are children.
Okay, well, I'm talking about fetuses in the womb, not
Do you
other
value fetuses,
children.
and once they're outside of somebody's womb, you don't really care?
Well, I think that they should be protected within the womb, within their natural habitat, and that's what I'm specifically referring to right now.
Well, these people are in their natural habitat too in Africa.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about them.
You just specifically want to entrap people into being pregnant. This is what I believe.
Entrap.
Yes.
No, I believe that these fetuses should be birthed, and they should not be killed.
But that doesn't happen in a vacuum either. So like there actually is like 9 months of labor and resource giving for that to happen, and I think that you should be able to consent to that. I say like what you do is called
Yes.
forced birth. So
Yes,
since
but I think that now that the fetus is already there, we have to allow it to give birth, and go through the natural process of pregnancy, and like allow it to grow.
I think that's just a arbitrary position to have. I don't think that you should have the right to tell people to do that, because I think you should be able to defend yourself from going through said process. I think that you should be able to,
Yeah.
like if I were to come up to you and say, "Give me your kidney, I'm going to die," you should be able to say
Yeah,
no.
but we're not talking about kidneys. We're talking about pregnant women and the babies that are already in their stomach. I think that they should be protected because I think otherwise it would be killing them. It would be murdering them, I mean.
Yeah, but I would die without a new kidney. So same
Well, I'm not
logic,
talking
right?
about your kidney. I'm talking about the babies.
Well, just have you ever heard of a metaphor or an analogy before?
Yes, I know what a metaphor is, but can we stick to the specific topic? Because this is what I called in for.
Yeah, I know. So we're just testing your logic, okay? So do
Yeah.
you think that if somebody comes into your house and they were starving, they're gonna die, it's snowing outside, it's a blizzard outside, do you think that you should be forced to house that person, even if you want them to leave? Do you think the government should come and tell you, no, you need to let that person stay? That's an innocent life.
In this scenario, I think that it is, a little bit unethical to kick that person out. I mean, so yeah, I would say that would be wrong.
It'd be wrong to kick them out, but wouldn't you like to be able to decide instead of being threatened by the government?
Well, I mean, it's going to save the life of this individual, so I think that yes, the government should, because you don't want that person to die,
So you
especially
think the
if they're a
government should
fetus.
have a law that says that you need to give people resources if they're going to die?
Well, I mean, if it's a child, if it's a young baby, then I think that it would be extremely unethical, and I think it should be illegal to kick that baby out. I don't know about other adults, but a baby for sure, because it can't defend itself.
Let's add some more context to this. What if that also entailed your stomach growing to the size of a basketball and ejecting something the size of like a bowling ball out of one of your orifices, and it includes vaginal tearing about 90% of the times? Do you think the government should be able to tell you that you have to do this?
Well, if the baby is already there, I think it's unethical to kill it.
So I don't really give moral consideration to things that can't experience or deploy consciousness.
Okay. Well, I
So
do.
it's just like cutting grass.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
don't
is
really
that they will.
I don't
Yeah,
really
the thing is
contend
that
that
they
it's
will get to
alive.
that point. They will get to that point if you allow them to stay
Yeah,
put
but
in
that's
their
not
natural
free.
process.
It's not just a process, right? You have to actually put labor into it. You have to carry this thing around. You have to give it extra food. It's the most dangerous part of a woman's life most of the time. Someone can die. And we, as a country, have one of the highest infant mortality and mortality rates for women giving birth in any developed country. I think we're about double. Do you think that the government should be able to
Yes,
do that?
but this is already a new DNA, a new human life, and I think that because we'll progress into a conscious experiencer or person, I think that it's wrong to kill it at that moment because I mean, who were we to take the lives of others intentionally?
I think that also, like I said, I think it requires consent. Do you think that IVF is okay?
No.
Why?
Wait, IVF? Sorry, yes, IVF is okay.
Did you
I
know
thought
that
you
in the
said
process of
IUD.
IVF, there are
I think
fertilized eggs and
I
embryos in a
think that
petri
I think
dish?
that you're mistaking that. I think that you're mistaking that for an IUD.
No, I'm talking about IVF. Uh, in
Uh,
IVF, in the process of IVF, they create tons of uh, embryos in a petri dish, and they use one or two of them to impregnate a woman, and then they throw the rest out. Do you consider that murder?
well, yes, I think it's a little bit unethical to take that human DNA and to just throw it away.
I think that just
I think
leads
that
to
like the human life
absurdities.
should be protected.
I d-
But right now we're talking about fetuses and embryos that are already inside, or in utero that are already progressing and growing.
why
I'm not
give
talking
me
about
a reason
frozen
why
embryos.
give me a reason why I should care more about embryos inside of somebody's body than outside somebody's body.
Well, because it's in the process of growing. When it's outside, like
So just things
yes,
in the process of growing mean more to you. Somebody who is
yes.
brain dead on an ICU, and they're on like life support, they're still growing too, right?
Yeah, but
Should I be able
there's
to pull the plug?
um a brain dead individual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes, it's okay to kill them because they're at the end of their life. There's not going to be any conscious experience
But they're
in the
going to be
future, so I don't
growing.
think it's valuable.
So no future conscious experience. Same thing if we were to unalive a fetus, they would have no future conscious experience, right?
No, if you took the fetus that was already alive and then you killed it, you just impeded on that process of growing and the process of getting to consciousness and experiencing.
Yeah,
So
I don't see any good reason to do this. I also just don't think that it's right to force women into continuing this process and enduring the pain and the changes
yeah,
to
but
your
I feel like
body.
you're appealing to emotion right now. I think that it's important for the fetus to continue life, and because it's already there, and I think it's unethical to kill it. That's my point here.
Right. I know you've repeated that like 6 times. I don't care about things that can't experience the harm. So I don't care how unique the DNA is. It's not a mystery about how these things are done, how they're made. There's infinite amount of seed, right, in most men, and there's infinite amount of eggs in most women. It's not magic. We know how to do it. We just want to be able to
Yeah.
choose
Well, I mean,
when to do it.
you could use that same argument with killing a person on the street. There's billions of humans on the street. So who cares if I just go and kill this person?
Yeah, but you're
So I don't
taking
really
away
understand that
somebody's
logic.
agency. So somebody who's if I want to be able to live my life and act on goals, um, I would expect to give that right to someone else, right? So if I want to be able to achieve goals and act on things, I think that I would assume that's the right thing to do for everyone else. But if I can't even do that, I don't really give more consideration to some like random clump of sales. Somebody just paid to have you kicked. You're welcome to call back some other time, okay?
We're all clumps of cells. Okay, that's disrespectful. I think that we should all.
W Tammy's in the chat. www. I want everybody to give some W Tammys in the chat. Thank you so much for the kick. Chat, my pay links are in my bio, in my link tree. And if you guys want to support the stream, it's the best way to do it. And if you want to kick somebody, it's $40. Let's do this. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what do you like about Trump?
I like his farming economic policies.
His what?
His farming economic policies.
Constantly fucking y'all over and bailing y'all out?
No.
Okay, what are his farming economic policies?
Are you familiar with the Tax Cuts and Job Acts of 2017?
Yeah.
Are you?
Mhm.
Can you tell me that, Bill?
Yeah, 91% of the tax cuts went to the top 1%. Cost us, I think, like $7 trillion. It accumulated some of the most debts this country's ever seen. The GDP growth rate was like 0.4% on top of its normal growth rate. Because of its easily just a bill that gave Trump and his friends a giant tax cut or a raise and fucked up our economy.
Okay, yes, sir. So I'm new to debating. I just turned 19, and that's my only issue with Trump.
You like what?
Like that's the only thing I like about Trump.
What is the thing you like about Trump?
How he helps farmers. That's the only thing.
Isn't he extremely
I don't.
farming bankruptcies are up 48% this year?
No.
You want me to fact check this for us?
If you want, but I have some notes too.
Rising farm distress, agricultural bankruptcies 26 through 27. Weak crop prices, particularly in corn, soybeans, combined with softened livestock margins, have reduced cash receipts for 4 consecutive years. Global surpluses, uneven export demand continue to suppress prices. So Trump's tariffs have really fucked up our relationship with a lot of these countries. And you're seeing people retaliate and do more harm than anything to the market for farmers.
Okay.
I think we bailed them out
But
like $38 billion.
I'm not sure. But can you like change my mind after I tell you my examples, or try to?
Change your mind when it comes to farms?
No, like change my mind on why Trump's a good president for farmers.
Yeah, he's caused harm to farmers easily. Is easily the worst person in farming. Look, farmaid.org. Here it is. Trump's
That's
policies have increased bankruptcies 46%. Farm bankruptcies 46% in 2025. There you go. Hold on. Making it as big as I can for you. Percentage of farmers unable to afford all needed fertilizer. So especially these attacks on Iran have really fucked up our ability to buy fertilizer. And the next year, we're staring down the barrel of being in a shortage. That's why he just enabled, I think it's phosphates, like Roundup, to be used on crops, even though we have all the science in the world showing that is, I believe, cancer causing or harmful to human beings. He also made it impossible for you to sue your or tell your local municipalities or your local like state about these harms.
yes, sir. Are you familiar with what he's doing right now though, to help farmers?
What, bailing them out?
No. He's actually expanding deductions for equipment purchases through bonus depreciation. Are you?
But he's created a literal hellhole for you guys to operate.
No. You see, where I farm, which is in Sweden.
What?
Yeah.
You're in Sweden farming? How does Trump help you in Sweden?
He's giving us money.
Are you
Specifically
even in the
$28 billion
States?
in payments through 2018 and 2019.
You're not in the States?
No.
Do you even vote?
Not in America.
Why would I try to convince you not to vote for Trump if you're not a voter?
Because
What?
Okay, so I'm not a Trump supporter, and all I want to say is fuck ICE, fuck Trump. My
W. Fetus. W fetus.
Hello.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right, why do you like Trump?
Well, I can tell you why I voted for him, or why do I currently support him. Which one?
Either one.
Well, I voted for him in 2024, based upon his first term, which was a success, and the Biden administration, which was a failure. So those would be the two main reasons.
Can you substantiate how Biden administration was a failure?
I think a good place would be the Inflation Reduction Act, which failed on all the set goals that Biden laid out. Um, the Build Back Better program, which injected trillions of dollars into our economy and ballooned inflation, the political prosecution of his enemies,
Let's talk about a few of
which went
those
down under
things.
his
How
watch.
did the
Yeah.
Inflation Reduction Act fail? By the way, it was a net positive. It was a net. It literally brought in money to the federal government.
Yeah, so do you know the actual projections of what it was supposed to bring in by CBO?
No, tell me.
It was $90 billion. So that was the projection when they did pass the bill. The
But
projection
it brought
did
in
prove out to,
240.
yeah, what data proves this?
The CFRB.
Can you please bring this up and substantiate this?
$252.
Yeah, so like, how is this substantiated? Where's the source to
This
this?
is a nonpartisan organization that tracks spending and
It
bills from the
literally says
government.
right there, partisan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I said, like, where is the substantiated?
Uh,
Where
This is
is the
this
252
tracks this.
billion coming
So
from?
there you go. It says it's a partisan bill. Yeah. No, this website is nonpartisan. $252 billion. 252. By
Like
the
I
way,
said,
this is what
where
I
is the
look at.
source?
Here's an overview of what Trump spent in his first administration and what he brought in. Big, huge
This is
fucking
10-year
failure.
debt approved. This is 10-year debt approved.
Correct.
Not
And
not not
this is
not
what Biden
not what he
approved in
said.
debt, and this is what he brought in.
This is 10-year debt approved. Like I said, where is the underlying source? What provision in the bill, or the provisions in the bill, what is proof lower than this? Because the two things that you just brought up that you just tried to manipulate, 10-year debt approved and the actual debt, that both added to the debt, are two different things.
Dude,
Because
first
Biden
of
did
all,
add
can
more
you
of this
tell me
over 4-year term.
can you tell me what item in the bill could have possibly brought in money? Let's see if you know what you're talking about.
They raised the corporate tax.
By
I don't have the exact percentages, but that would be
it
one of
was
the
the minimum
things
corporate
that,
tax
yes.
for companies making 400K plus. It was
I-
15% minimum tax. How would that not bring in money?
I'm not saying that it didn't. I'm asking you what I was going to bring up what the CBO projected. The CBO projected that it would reduce the federal deficit by $90 billion. You
Oh, the
brought this up,
deficit.
and I'm trying to piece together where is the underlying source that the federal deficit was reduced by 240, but by this
Not
claim that you just
deficit.
brought.
Why it didn't reduce the deficit by 240. That's not a claim I made.
So, like I said, the stated goal of the Biden administration, which was to bring down the federal deficit, and so was the CBO
So
projection.
738 billion is what Wikipedia says. The CBO has 222 billion, 313 billion. Prescription drug pricing reform, that's also another 265, 281 billion. You guys just hemorrhage fucking money. I don't see why you would scrutinize how much money Biden did or didn't bring into the government when Trump is responsible for 27% of this country's debt. How dare you?
At
Trump
the
is
end of the day,
literally all of our debt.
Biden and Obama added more to the debt individually than Trump
False.
did. That's not false. He added
How much?
7.8.
He added 7.8. They added 8. Well, Biden added 8.4. Obama added 9.8. I do believe
Now, I
that's
think what you're
both
doing
more than
is
the
you're
other.
just looking at during Biden's administration, that's how much debt was accrued. But how much of that spending was Trump? How much of that spending? That's why it's important to look at it through the lens of what I just showed you. So the debt approved is more important than just showing how much the number changed. Because when Trump signs a fucking 10-year tax plan, that is during Biden's presidency. That tax plan goes throughout this
I'm
entire
referring to that
presidency.
as well.
I'm sorry?
Referring to that. I'm referring to that as
You're
well.
not. Biden spent $4.4
That's what the
trillion
debt
dollars.
track
Four
is
point four
tracking.
is what Biden spent. 4.4 is what he
That is
approved.
completely outdated.
That
We
is
both
100%
know
true.
we both know that the debt that he added to our country was upwards of
You're
$8
not
trillion
being.
dollars.
You're okay. Tell me what
I
bills
very well am.
cost $8 trillion. Tell me.
Sure, I'll be more than willing to bring up my source.
This is completely. This is MAGA brain rot right here, dude. All of Biden's bills add together for $4.4 trillion. And by the way, now you have to deduct all of these billions and billions of dollars that the Inflation Reduction Act brought in. I think he ran. W's chat. Another day, another victory for the OGs. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. My mic's so quiet, we thought the sound cut out. Oh. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Oh! Somebody put a DJI mic in their womb. That was a straight up fetus. Speaking of extra ridiculous ops, since nobody's calling in.
Pickles, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm just doing great, dude. I'm being just awesome as fuck, as always, dude. What do you want?
You getting ready to pull an all-nighter, bro?
No.
Are you sauced up on the creatine and pre-workout?
Yeah, I hit the hardest leg day ever.
Hey, how much are you maxing out on the bench press?
Literally nothing.
What? Bro, come on. Can you do one plate on each side at least? Like 145 on each side?
Yeah.
No, you can't, bro. You're capping. You can't even do a 25 on each side. You can't
Dude,
even do the bar, Pickles.
Stop being a wiener, dude. Why don't you
Hey.
ever actually want to talk politics?
We
Thank you,
dude, we
Cher.
have
Thank
to
you so
talk
much.
politics. You just don't want to believe it. Just like the last guy cooked you and you kicked him, bro.
The last guy cooked me.
Oh,
He
thanks
left.
you. This what you got. This what happens, bro. When you start getting cooked, you'll be like, "Oh, thank you, Moons, for the $40 kick." Which we know you really ain't getting $40, dude.
Bubba.
You just kick people because you lose. You're a loser
sweet
sometimes,
spirit.
dude. And sometimes you lose, Pickles. Sometimes you win, dude.
You sweet little spirit, dude. I do.
I'm not
get
even
the
gonna sit here,
donations.
Pickles. Listen, I'm not even gonna sit here and say you're a loser on everything because you do have some valid arguments, but the ratio isn't there for you, man. You're a little cherry picking, like you cry about everything, bro.
Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
I voted for Trump, yeah. He was a better option in my opinion.
All right. Why did you like Trump?
There were certain things to his policy, certain things he stood for that Kamala didn't.
W.
Certain views that
Meredith,
aligned.
thank you for the $5 from Meredith. This one's for you, Splinter. W. Meredith, thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
Just certain things, certain views, certain things.
Yeah,
that
that's,
I
I'm
also
asking you
didn't.
for those things. What are those things?
He actually was open about God, unlike Kamala saying to those Jesus is king protesters, well, air quotes protesters, and like, yeah, no, that's not here, pal. Like that's down the hall.
They were Palestinian protesters.
No, the ones that I'm talking about said Jesus is king. They're not. Those were not Palestinians.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but Trump has never been to church a day in his life. In fact, he's a billionaire, and there's not 1 ounce of money he's ever given to a church that is public record or stated anywhere on the internet. He sells $60 Bibles he got from China for $3. He's cheated on all of his wives. He's literally done the biggest the biggest sin you could do according to your Bible, which is blaspheme. He's posted pictures of himself as Jesus and the Pope. How do you even still say this?
Okay, but also so have the people of your same what's the word I'm thinking of? Sorry, blanking on it. Debate. People with the people on the View, same political views. Sorry, I was saying.
Okay, I don't hold people on the View to the same standard as I do a president.
But no, I'm saying they did the exact same thing and they didn't have an issue with it. But Trump does it, and all of a sudden
people on the View did what? What was the exact same thing the people on the View did?
Posing as if they were on the cross, doing the 12 Supper pretty much image, and the whole agenda that side is pushing.
All right, let's fact check this. Did people on the View pose as Jesus on the cross? No, the co-host of The View did not pose as Jesus on the cross. Can you give me a good source on this?
Yeah, they were called out on it. I don't remember her name exactly, the one that did. I'm blanking. But
I really don't care what the people on The View did. Like, you guys have literal Nazis in your party, and if I held you accountable and just pointed at every Trump, I don't think so. Nazism is a far-right ideology.
So, okay, let me get this straight then. Charlie Kirk was on our side of the political party, and yet he was what? He became a martyr because he was speaking out on certain things, and he got killed for it?
Yeah, somebody who wasn't even that political didn't like him and killed him.
Wasn't that political, really?
Yeah.
You want to fact check as to what they were, what they identified as, what political party they were from? You want to fact check that real quick?
Yeah, they were like literally not that political at all. I don't think you have to be very political. Yeah, well, was Charlie Kirk's shooter very political? Tyler Robinson came from the same warped online words. The right-wing activist and his alleged assassin were both creators of digital ecosystem. I don't know. I think the burden of proof would be on you, but I also would just say Charlie Kirk was a horrible person. I don't think that made him deserved of assassination. But for Charlie Kirk to be one of your martyrs, it's pretty sad. I think it's pretty gross.
He died preaching the word and speaking of pro-life.
Yeah, and being transphobic and misogynistic and anti-gay and anti-black. I think he died.
He wasn't. Have you actually watched an entire debate? Have you actually watched?
I went to debate Charlie Kirk in person. Yes.
Okay. And yet you want to call him all this? You haven't actually seen him.
Yeah, I have actually.
Clearly, you haven't seen him actually interact. because he's not.
I literally have seen him with my own 2 eyes in person without a screen. Yes, I have. And I one of my favorite quotes to remind y'all of is that Democrats want to make this nation less white. Does that move you in any way, man? Does that make you feel energized?
If you want to bring up that what the Republican are what anti-black, you want to bring that up, right?
Yeah, he's talked about prowling blacks. He's talked about Ketanji Brown Jackson being a recipient of DEI, even though she's like the most qualified person on the Supreme Court.
You want to fact check what political party is the one that started the KKK?
The conservative Democrats.
You
They
wanna
used
fact
the
check
Bible
that?
to do that, right? They were a very religious group, right?
Of your side of the party, not
Yeah,
with our
but
beliefs.
we're talking about a party and an ideology that has changed several times over since, and your party is most closely aligned. The KKK supports your party today. If you go up and call a KKK member a Democrat today, you might not live to see the next day.
How many videos have you seen where there's this one white person that has a black friend? They go to our side of the people and like, this guy wants to vote, and they all accept him. And then when it comes to you guys, it's the other way around.
Yeah, when you tokenize a black
You call
person,
them
we
a
don't like
fascist.
it.
You call them that. You just call them a bunch of names. You guys are so full of hate.
It's not hateful to call a fascist a fascist.
Oh, lordy, 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 lordy.
Have you ever gone through the 14 tenets of fascism?
Have you? 'Cause
Yeah.
You okay.
You want to talk about it?
I see. It's not really a debate when you don't really want to. You're stuck in the mindset of us being fascists.
I mean, because y'all are.
No.
I mean, would you want to go through the tenets of fascism and see which ones don't stick?
We're not killing gay people because they're gay and trying to do that shit to us. We're not killing trans people. We're not killing furries. We're not doing this shit. But yet you guys are the ones killing us because we don't agree with your views.
70% of the domestic violence terrorism is right-wing terrorism. They just don't highlight it for you in a nice little clip from the White House. %20 is left-wing. The top 15 most dangerous groups in America, according to the FBI, are all right-wing domestic terrorist groups, white supremacist groups, the Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, Patriot Front. Those are the most dangerous groups in America. 15th place is PETA, which is the first example of left-wing domestic terrorism.
Okay. And again, we're still not going out and doing these things that your
You
party
absolutely are.
actually do.
Do you know who Melissa Hortman was?
Do you know who? Oh, what's that name of that lady that didn't obey ICE? And actually, if you guys actually listened to the law and obeyed it, you guys would not.
There's no need to obey unlawful orders.
It's not unlawful if you actually just do, like, hey, can we see your ID? Or hey, stop the vehicle. Or hey, drop the weapon. Or hey,
None of those things have anything to do with the killings that they've done. And by the way, this is a pivot. The domestic terrorists from your side, they go and shoot lawmakers in the head in their sleep. Renee Good, her dog, her husband, dead. You guys don't give a flying fuck.
Renee Good. Renee Good. No.
Melissa Hortman. Melissa Hortman was we're talking about terrorism, not state-sponsored executions. We're talking about terrorism.
Okay, what about all the innocent American civilians that were murdered by illegals in America? You want to talk about that?
All 20 of them? Oh, no.
No, you don't want to talk about that?
I do. How many murders happen every year?
Let's see.
It's over 16,000, almost 17,000. How
Yeah.
many of them are done by undocumented migrants every year?
You got it.
It's 20. It's 20. So when Trump called them violent criminals, when he said that they're rapists and murderers, some might be good people, there were 3. There were 3 murders that year.
How many of them got in when Biden was president?
What does it matter? What does it matter? If you guys are...
You also want to hate on Trump for deporting illegals when Obama, who you guys had in, deported way more than Trump did.
Yeah, I know, without killing civilians.
And you
It was sick.
Because they were part of your party. They actually listened.
No, because
but now
they were
that it's Trump,
trained.
they don't want to listen.
They were trained, and they weren't tackling kids at birthday parties. They weren't pulling people
They
over based on
weren't doing
skin
that.
color, which is a Supreme Court ruling under Trump. They can pull you over on skin color, on accent, on vocation. These people have fucking no rights anymore. They get stopped and frisked, and if they run away, they get fucking shot and killed. That's not the America I want to live in.
Then listen. It's not that hard to obey. If you're an illegal, just don't act irrational.
The last
Be
death
rational.
wasn't an undocumented migrant. They weren't. They were a fucking citizen.
Were they obeying? I bet not. If you just listen to the law will protect. But if you're going to try and put yourself in harm's way and not do what you are being told,
Alex Preddy obeyed. When did he not obey?
By law enforcement or anyone that is law,
You're right.
by law.
Listen,
that's on you.
You need to do what
if
the Gestapo
you don't listen,
says.
you are putting people in danger.
You're right.
That
If
is on
the
you.
Gestapo in Nazi Germany told you what to do, you better comply, or else you're dead. You're right. It's the same thing.
But these people were putting other people in danger.
No, they
Renee Good wasn't it Renee Good who had her own child and she wasn't obeying? That child could have died because she didn't listen.
I don't
If
think
she
the
had
child
just
was in the
listened
car.
and not tried to run anyone over, if I'm thinking of the right person,
No, the
then it
child
would have
wasn't
been
in the car.
fine.
No. This person shot her even though her wheels were chalked all the way to the right. She had no intention of trying to hit this person. This person was standing in front of her car. He had no business, actual business, being there at all. They were just stuck in a fucking ice embankment. I don't think that if you have a badge and a gun, that you should just go around being able to tell everybody what the fuck to do. And if they don't do it, they die. I think that's a silly America that you want to live in. I think it's pretty bad, man.
Sorry, I'm reading your chat as you're also talking. I'm listening as well. People, do you want to say this is a...
Yeah, I don't know. Like Obama, if this would have happened under Obama, Obama would have come out and said, hey, we need to respect law enforcement, but on the same time, we need to investigate and see what happened. We need to do some training. We need to put some some body cameras on these people and make sure that both sides feel like we're working towards a goal. But Trump has no interest in that. He wants you to feel energized, like these people are hateful and they're terrorists, even with no investigation. The same day or the next day, they came out and said that she was domestic terrorist, that Alex Preddy was domestic terrorist, trying to do maximum damage. When he didn't even unholster his weapon. He didn't brandish his weapon. He was on his knees. They shot him in the back 11 times. No investigation. This guy is going to walk free. ICE gets 47 days of training. I hear that he cut their training by 2/3, man. 2/3. They're just burning and turning white supremacists. In fact, he's using white supremacist ads to lure these people to work to ICE. Many of the ads were called out by our own domestic terrorism watchdogs. And ICE and DHS said, you know what? It's bold and effective.
No one protested when it was Obama.
Yeah, because he was a good leader and he did it right.
Yeah.
And he didn't triple the size of ICE. And 70% or 60% of Obama's deportations were criminal. 70% of Trump's deportations are not even criminal, have no crimes at all. He's just arresting everyday people, dude.
Not everyday people, if they're one breaking the law, two illegal immigrants. People
A civil
can come here,
infraction?
but if you follow the literal law, which a lot of people came over, no, because if you actually, yes, it takes a long process to actually be like accepted into America, yes, but just do what needs to be done.
Trump is even undoing people who are legally present. I don't believe y'all anymore. I don't think I believe y'all at all anymore. No. Trump has undone, I think it's like 500,000 people who's had legal status who came here the right way. And in fact, you guys were crying when they did come the right way. All those people that were bussed from Texas to California and to Martha's Vineyard, they all came the right way. And you guys still call them undocumented, like illegal migrants. You hated all of them. Y'all don't give a shit.
There's no debating with you, truly. You're more than welcome to your opinion. I do respect you for saying that he shouldn't have Charlie Kirk shouldn't have gone the way he did, even though you don't believe in his opinions and all that. But I do respect you for not being one of those side, that far political,
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling him.
There is some respect there. So
I appreciate you. I hope you have a good day. Chat, follow the stream if you enjoy these debates. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
He's in the Epstein files, bro. He's a pedophile.
Truth.
Are you a Democrat?
Social Democrat, yeah.
We want them to win.
W. W, bub.
You want Gavin Newsom?
He's not the best, but we'll take him.
He is the best.
Yeah,
He's friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
All right.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, man.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Nothing, dude. He's a stupid nigger. He's a kike who puts Israel before America.
Ossoff for the win. He's just a handsome son of a bitch, isn't he? Ossoff is just a handsome guy. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Hello?
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Kind of.
Hey, what do you...
I honestly just wanted to ask a question because I like talking to people about stuff like this, just kind of debating with people. My question for you, because clearly, as it shows, you don't like Trump, and that's fine, is what do you think about the whole, I think, 34 felonies that he received from, I think, New York courts?
I think that he had a total of 88, and some of them were far worse than the 34 he got struck with. And I think the most problematic thing you can point to in regards to his indictments were him trying to use fake slates of electors in all of the swing states to overthrow a free and fair election and undermine the will of 81 million votes.
Wow. I love how people are telling me to do my own research when I just want to talk to people and get people's opinions about this. Hey, man, thank you for this. Honest to God, I realize maybe my research isn't up to date. Have a good one, man.
You too. All right. Turn the phone line on. Phone line's back on, baby. He just declassified documents that showed Russia helped him in the election. I love the part where he said, like, that nobody told the president, nobody told me all of this stuff. One of the documents that he put on that website was literally, like, it was a daily briefing for him. He doesn't read them, but thank you, Georgia, for the rainbows, guys. We have a goal of 20 rainbows. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Love that he's deporting. ICE is doing a great job.
Are they though?
They're doing a great. Hell yeah, they are.
How many deportations do you think he's done to date?
I'm sorry?
How many deportations has he done?
How many citations?
Deportations. How many has he done?
A lot. And all these liberals crying about, oh, they're killing innocent people. Well, when you use your car as a weapon, you're gonna mess around and find out.
So Trump is by far not even close to what Biden did with deportations. He's like 685,000 deportations deep.
Yeah, and you guys
Biden-
didn't blink an eye when Obama was sending everyone out and Biden was sending everyone out. Now that Trump's deporting people, you guys are all up in arms. He can't do that. He can't do that.
Yeah, he's
So what's the
violating
difference?
people's due process, and he's doing
How?
mostly non-criminals.
How? Tell me.
Okay, do you think that people should be sent to CCOT without a court date?
Yeah.
Why?
If you're over here illegally, yeah, get out of here. If you're over
Do you
here
know
illegally,
what CCOT is?
yeah, it's basically due process.
It's not. It's a prison.
Okay, yeah, well, send them to prison, whatever. Get them out of here.
It's a prison you spend the rest of your life in. Do you think that a $250 fine is equal to a life in prison? Because that's what the fine is.
If you're coming over to a country illegally, yes, you should spend the rest of your life in prison. Period.
Why?
End of.
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
Yeah, how
Here,
is that
let's
justified?
Let's send all the immigrants to your house. You want to take care of all the immigrants at your house?
They get their own houses.
You're gonna welcome all in. You're gonna welcome them all in.
They get their own house. They don't need to come to my house.
How come they get their own houses and homeless people that are in America that actually live here are still on the streets?
Because
Answer me that.
Republicans exist.
Oh, really? It's Republicans.
Mhm.
Got it.
Hey, man, what are Republicans proposing to do about homeless people?
Basically, they're trying. I mean, but you got all these
What things?
illegals.
What things are they doing?
You know, well, I mean, they're trying. You know,
What's that?
give 'em
What's that
houses.
mean?
What do you think? What are Democrats trying to do? What are Democrats trying to do to help the homeless?
We actually fund programs that help people that are in poverty, and you guys
Like
defund
what?
them.
Give me some.
SNAP,
give me
Medicare,
some.
Medicaid, every Section 8. You guys defund every bit of it when y'all are in office. I think Trump just got caught trying to take 3.4 million people off of SNAP, which in fact could make you homeless. He also put 10,000 veterans on the streets and took away their protections from their VA mortgages. You guys create homeless people, and we have to clean up after you.
Well, considering my uncle's former VA veteran, he still gets all of his benefits in full.
It's called an anecdote.
Yeah.
All right, my uncle is now homeless. Who wins? I don't know. The person with the data, right? So we can just look at the data.
Oh, I'm sorry
and see
about
that Trump
that.
sucks.
Maybe he should have been smarter with his money.
Okay. See, you guys don't really care. You just like victim blame, right? I don't
Well,
believe y'all
be
for
smart.
one bit.
Be smart with your money.
Cool.
Don't
So is that
don't
what
fucking
you?
blow it.
That's what your policy is for people who are houseless. Is you just shame them and we help them.
Be smarter with your money.
Okay, then these people who come in undocumented, they are in fact, I guess, just smarter with their money, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess hey, if I change my last name to fucking Jorge, I might get free housing too, maybe.
Maybe from Trump.
Maybe if I wear a yarmulke and turn Jewish, I might get some money. Maybe get my housing rate down lowered, right? Because my last name's fucking Tannenbaum or something.
That's not a thing. Can you tell me a program that does that?
Yeah, it's called the Jew Correlation Program.
What?
It's all the Jews. You know the Jews run everything.
Are you the guy that Sig Heils all the time?
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. You got me confused for somebody else.
Cool. So, is that like a federal program you're talking about, or is this just something from Israel?
Well, I mean, we are backing Israel right now, aren't we?
That's not answering my question.
Are we backing Israel? Yes or no?
We are. I'm asking, is it a federal program that Israel benefits?
Apparently it is now, because we're basically the United States of America now, right? Or Israel.
All right, I'm good. They do all sound the same, dude. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Nah, man, but bro, you're the GOAT.
Thanks, baby girl. Chat, if you enjoy these debates, give me a follow. Also, if you want to buy me coffee, my Cash App and Venmo in the bio. I'll give you the biggest forehead kiss ever. Taffy! I got you, Taffy. I got your moderator position or abilities. Boom. Wish I was hung like pickles. No, you don't, dude. No, you don't. Matt! What's up, Matt? Dude, thank you for the rainbow slide. What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, I absolutely am.
And you like One Piece?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. So I am a huge a fan of Donald Trump. I supported. I love the fact that he supported Argentina in the World Cup and continued the Trump curse to prevent Argentina from winning.
All right.
So I'm a huge fan of that.
All right.
So,
but you
yes.
understand that One Piece is completely antithetical to Trump's politics, right?
1,000%.
All right, girl. I love you.
1,000%. Love you too.
Chat, if you ever see MAGA repping One Piece, dude, fucking slap that shit off of their head. Slap that fucking straw hat off of their head. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
I'm not a Trump supporter, sir. I was wondering if I could ask you a question anyway, though.
Okay, what's up?
Yes, sir. So I'm wondering what you think about the, I don't know, I've been saying it in the chat, but I guess pitting the right and left against each other, essentially. I again, am very far left, but I feel like most of the debates I've heard online, quote-unquote debates, are more just people trying to get their own opinion out there and not actually understand each other. I don't know. I do think there is maybe more common ground than maybe your stream or other streamers are actually putting out there.
I think there's a mixture of all types of people, but I think that, yeah, you're right. Like the one way to become popular the quickest is to be as controversial as possible and do like gotcha moments. I don't feel like I do that.
Yeah.
I try my best not to.
I don't think you do. I mean, I just found your stream today for the first time on board here at work, but I see a lot of like you guys, your team, your side, and a lot less, the common guys versus the big guys, which I think is the bigger problem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I believe it. No class war, but I mean, no war besides class war. Yeah, where it's up versus down, not left versus right.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I just wanted to throw that point out there, man. Hope you have a good one.
You too. Thank you. But I don't even know what One Piece is politically. Yeah, I know, guys. Oh, do you know Luffy's birthday is Karl Marx's birthday? Like, you have to be so silly. You have to be so silly.
Hello?
Is this a Trump supporter?
Yeah, it is.
Give me a second. I gotta do a few shout outs.
You're good.
Janelle, thank you for the $10. Have a coffee on me. Now please give me a forehead kiss and call me baby girl. Thank you, Janelle. And thank you, Haley. Thank you so much. Give that forehead kiss to my cat buddy. He is very good. Thank you so much for the $5 on PayPal. Smoochies to both y'all. All right, what's up? What do you like about Trump?
So, matter of fact, I want to start with what do you not like about Trump?
I think
I want to know because I want to prove your points wrong. What do you not like about Trump? I want to get your side on this first.
Yeah, I think that there's not
Mhm.
even like an arena of like policy that Trump has that is like you can point to that's good for us economically or geopolitically or socially. I think that he's like -10 in all of those. So if you want to go into further, I can, but every single economic metric is upside down. Every macroeconomic indicator is upside down. Most of NATO and all of our allies hate us, especially after worldwide tariffs and invading Iran without telling them at all. I think that he's also strangling the island of Cuba and threatening to invade Greenland and Canada and the Panama Canal. And then he's mostly invested in pitting us against each other and casting doubt on our democratic processes with a lot of lies and mistruths.
Okay. Yeah. So Trump might be a little bit of a jester on that type of note, but he's also done. I feel like he's also done some great things. Going back to pre-COVID, with the unemployment for the Black and the Hispanics, he's also helped the stock market gains, tax cuts for businesses, and going to kind of the economic point that you were talking about, he made immigration enforcement a central priority. He expanded sections of the U.S., the Mexican border wall. He advocated for like stricter asylum policies and increased deportations.
I want to stop you on
the
that. Like,
illegals.
I feel like the amount of resources he's dumping into this and the amount of human right violations he's done in the process is not something to be proud of. I think that the Institute, Penn Wharton School of Economics, they say that Trump is in line to spend about $1 trillion and add $350 billion of deficit to this country. And I just don't think that there's anything you can point to that shows how that's worth it. Not worth it at all. Especially sending these people to third countries like Rwanda, Uganda, fucking Libya. It's trying to send them into slave trade, sending them to CCOT, which is a fucking terrorist prison for the rest of their lives with no due process. Some of these people have committed literally no crimes, just have like expired visas. I can't get behind it. I think it's gross. I terrible waste of resources. He's tripled the size of ICE. He has invaded cities with ICE and tried to leverage their military presence into getting concessions out of cities, like, and this is totally illegal, but trying to get voter rolls out of cities. I think that is fucking disgusting. I think that is fascist.
You do have a point, but I also feel like he's also positive for smaller countries like Israel and Netanyahu when they kind of need that support for the U.S. He's funding them against terror organizations like the Palestinians and Hamas. I feel like that's also a big pro that he's doing that. Not a lot of people. I mean, obviously, you know, there's hate between Palestine and this and that, but I feel like that's a big pro that he's doing to protect the Israeli nation.
Yeah, I don't care if Israel is doing better than us. I'm not too stoked about that.
What do you? I just want to ask your opinion. What do you think about the Israel-Palestine conflict?
I think that Israel is a terrorist nation itself. I think that there's not a case to be made that they're not doing human rights violations, that they're not indiscriminately bombing and killing children, per a recent UN report, painting bombs like soccer balls so that little kids pick them up and fucking die. I've seen videos of them.
What do you think about the Hamas, the October attack that they randomly strike them out of nowhere, and then they're using humans as shields in the hospitals that Israel is
Listen,
bombing.
as soon as we start funding Hamas, you might have a point, but we're not.
We're not funding Hamas because we're not going for a terrorist organization. Iran, Russia, and China is funding Hamas.
Yeah, I know, but they have every reason in the world to have an uprising against this regime in Israel. Israel is disgusting. Netanyahu is fucking disgusting. Ben Gvir is disgusting. They'll be rotting in fucking hell. And by the way, Netanyahu is himself has dumped millions of dollars into Hamas. So I just don't know who to fucking believe. And I don't think that you're really deterring any sort of terrorism when you're indiscriminately bombing civilians. I think that creates more terrorists.
I agree. I don't support. I mean, I don't see Israel doing anything wrong in the idea of protecting their own country with the Iron Dome. But I agree that Netanyahu is definitely not the greatest leader for our country. But at the same time, going into a country on a fasting holiday, stealing babies, throwing them in tunnels, killing them, holding them hostage, starting a war is also inhumane.
Do you think that that's going to stop now that they're just being indiscriminately bombed, or do you think there's more terrorists that are going to rise out of this?
Of course there's going to be more terrorists because a country is not going to not defend itself when it's getting attacked. You know,
it's not
just
defense.
It's not defense. Like if your wife was getting beat in the head, would you stand there and not do anything? Do you know what I mean?
No, we've done this, right? We've had a 9/11. We had 3,000 people killed in 9/11. And do you think that what we did in the Middle East did anything besides create terrorist groups?
Of course not. But again, there is a point. Terrorist groups were already created since the 1940s when Hamas was created, before Netanyahu was elected as prime minister of Israel. The Hamas organization was already created a long time ago by Iran.
Hezbollah, especially the Gaib branch of Hezbollah, is a direct response to our intervention in the Middle East. Same thing with ISIS. Same thing with Al Qaeda. These things would not exist without us. So we can't be like, oh no, Iran keeps funding these groups that are anti-American. Well, fuck yeah, I'd be anti-American too if we came and overthrew and installed a dictator that was a disgusting war criminal and a human rights violator for 30 years or something. I would be fucking upset too, man.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you support anything that Trump is doing?
No, he signed an executive order like fast tracking psilocybin.
What do you think about the 2017 Tax Cut and Jobs Act, where he lowered corporate tax from 35 to 21%?
I think it's fucking disgusting. It literally threw us into a mountain of debt. 91% of those tax cuts went to the top 1%. I don't think that the richest people in the United States need more money. I think they're good. I think it's weakened the middle class. It's created a huge wealth gap. It's created a mountain of debt we'll never crawl out of.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about the judicial appointments where he appointed 3 justices and 200 federal judges? I feel like that
I think
was
it's fucking horrible. I think it's fucking horrible. They lied. They stopped from us being able to, from Bush, from being able to, I think it was Merrick Garland's being appointed to be a justice with some bullshit fake ass fucking rule because they knew they were about to load the courts and overthrow Roe v. Wade, which is a huge shit stain on our history, dude. It was 50 years of precedence that protected women from states intervening on their rights to reproductive health care.
Are you familiar with the Abraham Accords?
Yeah, complete fucking bullshit.
Why is that? I want to hear your take
It didn't
on that.
include Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you know? The next thing you know, Trump gets like $300 million from some pro-Israel lady, I forget her name, and then he moves the fucking embassy to Tel Aviv on a holy day, by the way, which I don't know, may have like been the last straw on the camel's back for October 7th.
Let me ask you this because I want to get your opinion on this. What do you think about the country China and the U.S. their relationship?
Sorry, Jerusalem, not Tel Aviv.
You there?
Yeah.
You there?
I think that China has a lot to offer us. I think we're a consumer country. I think we're the richest country on earth. And the last thing I want to do is create an economy where my children are making Nikes and not China. I think it's silly. I think that I buy stuff from China all the time. I just bought a lot of things from China today, and it's
Did you
literally
buy the
like a fucking fraction of the price I would have had to pay here. I love it.
Did you buy the new Chrome Hearts drop in China? They manufacture them for cheap out there.
What was that?
Did you buy the new Chrome Hearts drop from China? They got them cheap out there.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, sorry. All right. Next, one thing I want to talk about is the deregulation. Sorry, how Trump rolled back the numerous federal regulations. First, the first trade policy, America First trade policy. He renegotiated the NAFTA into the U.S.
Yeah,
MCA.
but what did that turn it? That he made the USMCA. He did. He came back and was like, "That's such a bad deal," and it basically made every one of our trade partners hate us because he went back on it and tariffed them and fucked up their economies. I just read this today. There are only 2 trade deals that have come out of that, and it was with the EU and with one other sect of countries or country. It was like literally only 2 things so far. And by the way, I think he's like gotten rid of almost all of his tariffs. They were all fucking illegal. All of them were.
Okay. Have you heard of that guy running for Senate? His name is Coco Santi. Coco Santi.
Actually, I haven't.
Okay. So, let's skip that then. Another thing I want to talk about is the supporters. What do you think about what is the average Trump supporter do? What do you think the average Trump supporter is, or what their mindset is? Compared to the Democratic side. What do you think is the main difference between the supporters and something that's bridging them? Like, why would a Republican want to vote only for Trump, and why would a Democrat want to vote only for, let's say, Kamala? What is the main difference between each of the candidates that makes them favorable, in your opinion?
Listen, someone just paid to kick you, and I don't know. You're welcome to call back some other time. I feel like I'm debating ChatGPT right now. To be honest.
Why is that? ChatGPT. Why is that?
I don't know, but you're welcome to call back some other time. All right.
My argument was that good. Thanks, fuck.
You didn't make any arguments. W. Georgia's in the chat. Georgia said it too. As much as I'd like to watch you debate an AI chatbot, I can't handle it anymore. It's so annoying. He doesn't engage. Yeah. And by the way, Amy, thank you so much for the $15 on PayPal. 1 forehead kiss, please, from Chalky Koala in the chat. Amy, thank you so much. Big, huge, you know what? There you go. All right, let's turn the phone line on again. Thank you, Chalky. His fake outrage was hilarious. Yeah. You weren't upset, dude. Let's be real. We can buy forehead kisses now? Yeah, I guess I should start advertising it. Jeez. They're flying off the shelf like hotcakes. Sounds like a fun job for Cecil. Cecil, have you forgiven me yet for being mean to you that one day? I still own a piece of... Oh my god, that's right. Thank you, Georgia, for helping me with the rainbow. Is somebody resetting my gift goal for me? If you are, thank you. I love you. You were mean. That... Does that happen? It does sometimes happen. Have you seen the Powered by Smooches video? No. What is that? Guys, don't forget to follow my stream. If you enjoy my If you enjoy my debates, we do these all the time. Holy moly. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
What do you call a sick Mexican bird?
What?
An illegal.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It was okay. It was okay. Okay. C selected, of course. Unfloccumented. Has he apologized for constantly flagging your streams? Are you flagging my stream, Cecil? I think you should collab with Dean one day. I would love to. I haven't had much interaction with Dean since I literally hung out with him in person. I haven't had much. I don't know. Maybe I rubbed him the wrong way. Maybe he's intimidated by my my good looks. Maybe he's intimidated by my height. I don't know. He's a busy boy. That too. It's the hype. It's the hype. It's because I didn't give him a forehead kiss? What? I'm the same height as LBJ? He just had a brutal live. I was watching a little bit of it. He just had a live debating a mother who was justifying a 4-year-old being raped. William Wallace is 7 foot tall. You thought we were brothers? Dude, Dean's got luscious hair, right? I wish I had some of those Dean jeans. Ron Paul warned us. Dude, are you even a real person, dude? Dude, don't shame people who take hair pills, all right? I wish I would have. He's on minoxidil. Who cares? Who cares? I would be on minoxidil too if I could afford it. You're not real, dude. You're not real. Screamed it inward at Santana? Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Yeah, my main account's banned forever, y'all. You gotta follow this one. And you gotta follow this one. This is my actual main account. Santana's smarter than most. It's true. I didn't know Santana had 2 masters. What a fucking G, dude. I want to see the Odyssey, dude. I want to see the Odyssey right now. Oh, yeah, the Pickles camera. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh, almost landed on it. I'm so sorry. I forgot about the Pickles camera. Somebody said it earlier. I think it was Georgia. Guys, Pickles got a little haircut, and she looks so good right now. Yes, I'm saying your name, Pickles. That's not even live. This isn't right. Jazz is you, dude. You guys are the same people. There she is. Look at that sweet little booty butt. Look at her just sleeping. She just got a beautiful little haircut. We shaved her butt right down to the hole. Clean poops. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
How do you get Trump to change a light bulb?
Say it was installed by Obama.
Damn it! Damn it!
Did I guess that?
Yeah.
Dang! All right, try again, dude. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. But I had a few questions I wanted to ask.
All right, what's up?
How does he get away with all of the things that he does? Meaning, like profiting from the presidency and so forth. Is it Congress letting him get by, or?
It's called unitary executive theory. It's something in Project 2025 that he swore he had nothing to do with, but basically just an army of lawyers that figured out ways for the president to act from their desk without having to use Congress.
And then the other one would be like internationally, some of the stuff he does. I mean, like bombing the Venezuelan drug boats and stuff. Is that legal?
Bombing, you said Iran?
No, the drug, the Venezuelan drug.
Oh, the boats.
Yeah, I mean, they're in international waters and so forth. And him just, bombing them without due process.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
I don't know. I think then when we have a Democrat majority in Congress, maybe we might hold them accountable for it, amongst other things. But Republicans are in charge right now. They've got all the branches. So I don't know. I think we're just kind of useless.
Okay. The last one would be him bombing Iran. Is that not a sovereign country that, he can do that without international outcry? I mean, international, like,
I think
what is that?
Bombing bridges, bombing infrastructure, I believe is against the Geneva Convention, and it is a war crime. I don't know what holds them responsible. The Hague, ICC, I don't know. I don't know what the mechanisms are that hold them accountable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like some of the stuff he does, I mean, it's like, how does he get away with it? I mean, like nobody says any, like the other countries don't say, but okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to ask. Thank
For sure.
you.
Anytime. Bye-bye.
Okay, have a good day.
ICC is at The Hague. Hello.
Good evening, Pickles.
Good evening, Cecil.
Somebody accused me of turning you in or doing something. I don't remember what the terminology was. I would never do anything to hurt your show, dude.
You better not.
I wouldn't. And that's why I'm going to be very careful with my language right here. But I appreciate the fact that you guys always dispel these conspiracy theories about voters and voter F. I don't know if that's even, are we allowed to even talk about that? Like whether or not our elections are secure?
I'd really prefer not to. The last 2 times I got banned were for that.
Well, in that case, I'm glad I asked you then. But it's just kind of weird. It's like 1984. Did you ever have to read that book in junior high or watch the movie or whatever?
Yeah.
I didn't come up with this. It's kind of an adage that people on the right say, but 1984 was not a manual, a training manual. It was a warning, but people on the left have taken it as a training manual. And
Come on.
well, case in point, look at us right now. We can't even talk about what we just referred to a minute ago. How free is that in America?
We absolutely
Oh.
can. We just get not at the threat of the government.
But whose government is it? See, that's the thing. In 1984, you just assume it's the government that in the country that you live in. But in our case, it's not even our own United States government that's calling the shots between what you and I can speak about right now. It's that other country that you guys are so cozy with. Remember how it was Russia, Russia, Russia? Well, you guys are like China, China, China times 10.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that this is it's also just Darvo. Like, you guys don't give a flying fuck that Israel just paid $30 million to unseat Massey. You guys don't care. If we came out and we're like, you know what they did? They interfered in our elections. They are funding people. You wouldn't care.
Well, I mean, we do the same thing. But like I've heard you talk about the Russia, Russia, Russia. You're one of those people who's still not convinced that the Trump campaign didn't really collude with anyone in Russia. And
I don't want to talk about this. This is what gets me banned. But
oh, is that
you can
another
go.
thing?
Yes, you can
Okay.
go look at. There's a Netflix documentary. There's actual courts that litigated this. It's called Cambridge Analytica. Go look at it.
Yeah, I know all about that. But the left has their version of Paul Manafort, and the guy's name was Tony Podesta. Podesta, the molesta is what they called him. But he never served a day in jail. The FARA violations that a lot of those guys went to jail for. I mean, this is getting lame now because now I have to talk about boring things just so I don't get banned. But yeah, they were Hunter Biden was able to retroactively file for the FARA so that he wouldn't be in trouble. Did you know that? Retroactively, like 8 years.
All right, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
All right, well, dang, I guess I don't have anything to tell you about. But before I go, let me tell you about these little doggies I adopted. Someone just dropped off these chihuahuas on my street on a Saturday. And yeah, I took them and got their shots and everything, but they're just so hilarious.
What kind of doggies?
Well, one's a Chihuahua, and the puppy looks like the Chihuahua, maybe her mother, but the puppy's bigger than the mother. But I named her Reba because she's got red ears like Reba McEntire. But yeah.
Single mom that works 2 jobs, loves her kids and never stops.
Yep, spoken like a true Texan that you are. All right, man. Well, I'm going to let you go. Maybe someone will call in and be provocative, but not get you booted off the air because I hate when that happens.
All right. I'll catch you later, Cecil.
See you, man.
By the way, I won't read the name, but there was another one. It was a $25 dono. I have a better joke than the ill eagle. Charlie Kirk is a hypocrite. I thought he was pro-life, but now he's dead. Oof. W. Dude, why does my camera keep glitching on YouTube? I'm sorry, YouTube. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Sure am.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Everything. What don't you like about him?
I don't like that he has a group of people that are part of his cult of personality that when you ask them, what do you like about him? And they say everything, even though he's the most problematic, controversial person to walk the earth.
He's the best president we've ever had.
By what standard? Are you fucking